Hello, happy gardeners. Welcome back to Stinky Ditch Nursery. We've got Marla on camera. Say hello, Marla.
Hi.
And today it's the middle of February, and what we're doing is we're going around our cyclamen hedifolium. You can do this with all sorts of cyclamen, depends upon what time of the year they flower, what time the seeds come out, and what time the little babies grow. But we're going around the cyclamen hedifolium, picking out the little babies that have dropped. Now, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this, my eyeglasses, not my hair glasses. Marla, if you can spin in a minute. Here we go. Look, see these little seedlings that have come up? You can see the little bulb there at the bottom, or corm, or whatever you want to call it. There's one there. You know, we go and here's another one. Marla, people see? Like this. And I go to all the effort of soaking these things, putting them in the airing cupboard, if you see my method of germinating them, and they just do it by themselves. But they're not guaranteed to do it by themselves. They have to have the right conditions, but these ones have. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking these out of the pots, we're going to be lifting them, we're going to be putting them into a seed tray that has got some cyclamen mix in it. So if you want to look up that, just get a bit of mud out your garden, mix it with some sand. That's all I've done here. Give it a good sieve with a fine sieve. I'm going to collect the little cyclamen in here, and then we're going to plant them up in here. I've done this many, many times, and it works successfully. You don't really lose many. So Marla, if you'd like to spin over. So I'm gonna, see, I've got a little clump here. This is quite often, like this could happen outside. If you're growing them outside, you will see this happening. And if you leave that, it will eventually, one of them will dominate and the rest will disappear and you'll have a new cyclamen growing there. But if you want to expand your crop, expand your stock, are you getting this? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little tent peg, and this is the main corm here. See this? I think this one may have been a bit too wet or something, I don't know. I've got a lot of moss growing on it. Well, I've got hundreds of these things in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tent peg. I'm using a tent peg. You could use anything, really. I'm just using it because it's thin. And I'm lifting all those things like that. And I'm popping them onto there. See? All right. And there's another one there. I'll do that one there. Now, a lot of people might think that these are a little bit too small to do this with. I've done it over many years, and it works. So that's what I think anyway. Right, Marla, what I'm going to do with this seed mix here is I'm going to give it a little bit of a compact. So I've got a bit of wood, yeah, and Marla, do you like to spin it? There we go, one there. And just gently push this down like that to push a little bit of the air out of it. Not too much, you don't want to make it completely solid. And then with the glasses, and a cup of tea. You did smile.
Cup of tea.
You did smile. I rarely drink tea.
Frothy cup of tea.
I do drink tea. Not on a Saturday though. A Saturday afternoon in the nursery. You know, it's got to be lager really, hasn't it? Only a couple, but it's good for the planting. I'm rambling on now, aren't I? Am I? Yes, I am. Right, so what we do now is we get the tent peg again, or you could use a pencil. And Marla, if you'd just like to spin over. So here I have my little things there. I'm going to make a little hole like that with a tent peg. And I'm going to grab one of them ever so gently by the leaf. Lift it up like that. And then just, are you getting this?
Yep.
Cool. And I'm just going to gently, gently push it in there. And then just give it a little bit of squeeze there. I'm going to pop another one about that far apart. Little hole like that. And this compost is already quite damp. I gave it a watering before I put it in the before I started planting. There you are, see the little roots? This tiny little corm there, and then we gently just push it in there, making sure all the roots go in nicely. And you don't want to push it too hard. Should we do one more? There we go. One more in there, and again lift it up by the leaf. A couple of roots on there, pop it in. And this is quite a little delicate job to do, but it's nice. It's nice. It's very, very relaxing. It's not to be hurried. Marla, if you'd like to just spin in a minute, I'll show you how to lift these, because sometimes they look as though you'd think they wouldn't live. See that? Can you see that? Are you getting that on the camera? There's a corm there that's just lifted up already. And if we just gently lift that up, and if you treat these things ever so gently, like this, that will be all right. That will actually survive. And it will take another few years until it flowers, but you will be expanding your stock for free. And look at that, we've got the little seed husk on the outside of the leaf there. Can you see that?
Yep.
I'll pick that off. Right, oh, it doesn't want to come off. If things like that don't want to come off, don't try and pull them off, because you might end up pulling off the whole leaf. I've done it many times myself, and we'll push that in there. And as with all things that you planted up, I am going to give that a little bit of a watering afterwards. Even though the compost is already quite damp, I'm going to give it a little bit of watering afterwards, just so those roots can find their places. And that's it. Stick a label in it saying what it is, and if you're anything like me, and I'm starting to learn from my mistakes here, I quite often write my label in an abbreviation of what I put in there that's so abstract and so much like all the other plants that I grow that when I come back to it, I don't know what on earth I put in there. Now, I'm labelling this because these little hedifolium here, they may well die back in the summer. And so in the start of the summer, the start of the summer, about May, June, the leaves will start to yellow and they'll start to die over, but they are not dead. You keep this seed tray on the lower staging of a greenhouse or something like that. Keep it in the shade. Don't overwater it, and they'll spring back up again at the start of the summer. The end of the summer. At the end of the summer. Anyway, this has been Robbie Phoenix down at Stinky Ditch Nursery with Marla on camera, going on and on and on about planting up your little cyclamen. Thanks for watching.